Hey there, I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for your patience these last 2 weeks. I had jury duty, and then I've had a whole lot of technical problems which have prevented me from getting all of the grading completed and from being able to post your video on time. So I'm very apologetic for that. And to help make up for that, I'm going to extend this week's essay deadline until midnight on Saturday night. I'll have an announcement posted about that to give you all a little bit of extra time, and I'll do the same for the quiz since I did specifically ask that you watch the video before you take the quiz. So I will take care of those due dates for you shortly. So first things first, your outlines for your ad comparison are looking very good. There were a few of you who had some difficulty that I asked to resubmit, but for the most part things are looking very good. It looks like everyone understood the difference between block and alternating format. Block format being when you talk all about one item and then all about the other item, and alternating format where you go point by point. So you talk about point 1 for the first item and the second item, point 2 for the first item and second item, and so on. Y'all are also doing a good job with thesis statements here, and one thing that I wanted to make sure everybody was clear on is that with comparative writing, the items are similar yet different is not a good thesis statement. A good comparison is really, it shows surprising similarities between things that at first appear different, or surprising differences between things that at first appear similar. Similar to what you read about in Catton's Grant and Lee, A Study in Contrast. You have these two men who you would expect to be very different based on being on opposing sides in the Civil War, but what we find in the essay is that they actually have more in common than they did not in common. And there's still plenty to talk about as far as differences, but you get a much bigger and better picture of how things work when we look through similarities and differences. And comparative writing is important. It's something that you'll be asked to do many times in your college career, and comparison is something that we do all the time. We do it when we're shopping, we do it when we're looking at potential jobs, potential mates, potential outfits to wear to work, what we want for dinner. It's something that we do all the time. So I want to make sure that everybody gets a firm grasp on that. So thesis statements are looking good. Topic sentences are looking good. Remember, you can think of a topic sentence sort of like a thesis statement for your paragraph. It's that main idea that sums up the paragraph. So I've been really impressed with what I've seen this week. It seems like you all have done a really good job, and it seems that you all are understanding the material very well. So I don't actually have a whole lot to offer you in this week's video. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more explaining, but it seems that people have really gotten the hang of things, with the exception of a few small problems with some outlines that I'm sure will be taken care of once you all have a second shot at those. So to review, I will be extending your essay and quiz deadline through Saturday night. Another thing I need to mention is that my office hour tomorrow I am going to need to move a little bit later, and so you can go ahead and send me your emails and everything. I'll be a little bit later responding, but I should have everything responded to by 1 o'clock. So if you don't get me right away, I'll get them taken care of as quickly as possible. Hopefully tomorrow will be the last day that I have to postpone the office hour. And then next week we'll be getting into comparative rhetorical analysis. So you'll be taking what you learned in your article evaluation and your ad comparison, and you'll be applying those skills to another essay. So in this case, we will be comparing how two writers deliver their message to their audience, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in the next video that I post. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm looking forward to reading these essays. Things are looking very good so far. And I should have your article evaluations completed very soon. I'm working on those as hard as I can, so I hope to have those back to you shortly. So continue doing great work. Hang in there. I know that this summer semester is really flying by, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Take care.